since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. The passport is obviously something that we've all talked about for a while. We're all aware of the passport. We're aware of the fact that they want to take this from being a physical certificate to something that's digital, and obviously eventually something that is, well, a potato chip. But obviously so far, with the exception of, travel and having the restrictions of traveling to different countries without having the jab, there haven't been too many places that have been shutting people out without having proof, without saying, hey, we want, you're only welcome here if you are, but they're not checking. Well, this is about to change, and it's starting in the UK, where they're going to make it mandated at some point. The government is talking about in July, right now, making it mandated to have it to enter restaurants, pubs, and places like that. And this is obviously a way to, coerce and go after the youth out there who want to go out, who want to go, grab a beer after work or whatever, go to a restaurant. And obviously it's not just the youth that are being targeted here. It's anyone who's fringe. Because by taking something else away and saying that you can't get in or out, which I've talked about with these concerts where, the Foo Fighters are back. Oh, wow, nobody cared when they weren't back. No one cares that they are back because they suck. But, they're back. Oh, by the way, you have to have what to go. Oh, Coldplay's here. Oh, you have to have it to go. They're trying not to make it this huge thing, but they're trying to, say, well, you have to have it to get in because they don't want some type of uprising or upheaval. Well, now they're getting to the point where they've conditioned people and desensitized them, because that's how it always works. It's just talking about it, bringing it in the open so that people's brains are aware that this is something that could or couldn't happen, or not couldn't, that will happen, and then doing it. So here's the UK with the passport.
Vaccination certificates could be mandatory to enter pubs, bars and restaurants in the United Kingdom in a bid to curb a fourth. A man named John Wayne Gacy is suspected of having
anytime past this fake agenda, child garbage. Can't help it, or I would.
I want you to believe that I alone committed these murders.
wave. The move has sparked concerns within the industry as many struggle to get back on their feet following extensive shutdowns. It comes as ministers consider exempting fully vaccinated NHS staff in England from having to self-isolate if they are traced as a COVID contact.
Robert has spent thousands of pounds making sure his business is COVID secure. But come the autumn, he might have to check if every customer has been vaccinated before he can let them in.
It's extra cost and it's extra burden on our restaurant, especially on a small restaurant like ours, which is not on a high street and relies on just on the local customers who are coming in day in and day out. So it's going to be just extra expense, and it's I think it's going to be a nightmare, to be honest with you.
Government sources say COVID-19 certificates might be required before customers can enter to bars, restaurants and nightclubs. A not so subtle warning to those mainly young people who've not yet been vaccinated.
If it was something that was mandatory, it may cause me to change my lifestyle slightly. So, for example, maybe not eating at certain places.
It's okay for travel, just to make sure that you have vaccines, but to go in the restaurants, pubs, I think it's pointless.
There has to be some kind of way that we all feel confident again to sit down and no longer be locked away like hamsters in a cage.
But the organisation representing the hospitality industry
said
says this will cost businesses even more at a time when they're trying to recover from the pandemic.
You need 2 members of staff to man the door to check people's COVID status, and that simply means that businesses are unviable even if they're trading at full capacity. So you are putting hospitality again into a situation where it's trading at a loss, it cannot break even, and it will push many businesses towards the edge of viability.
The problem is, cases of COVID-19 are rising. 1 in 160 people in England have the virus right now, and that's a 60% rise since last week. That means millions of people could be forced to self-isolate if they're pinged by the NHS app. There's evidence now that people are deleting the voluntary app to avoid being told to isolate. Downing Street is thought to be considering offering exemptions to vaccinated NHS workers to avoid a staffing crisis in the health service.
We are seeing pressures in GP surgeries, in A&E departments and throughout hospitals, which is in excess of what we would expect most winters, and yet we are in July where we would expect the lowest demand on the service. So certainly the need for staff to be self-isolating is adding to the pressures, but that staff self-isolating means that there are work pressures and staffing pressures, but there are still more people coming through the doors than ever before.
Despite all the talk about Freedom Day on July the 19th, when the majority of the remaining restrictions will be lifted, those in government and the scientists advising them know that this is far from over.
This is obviously, this is a nightmare situation. This whole thing is. And a lot of Christians fight, like I've been saying recently, I've said this since I started my channel, about things, well, this is that, that's this is, you don't know what the mark is, and it's like, look, everybody can have their opinion on it. I think it's pretty safe to say that the majority of Christians are not getting jabbed. The majority. I hate to say that the lukewarm ones are the ones who have gotten it, but the very unaware are. As far as this old mark goes, I think we all know that something with this, whether it's it or not, is a precursor to what is supposed to happen. Okay, because they're talking about buying or selling. Not being able to enter a restaurant, not being able to buy groceries, not being able to travel or leave states. This is very similar to what we know and interpret as the mark. Not being able to buy or sell without it. Now, if it's actually it or not, well, I don't want to test it and find out for starters, and I'm not gonna. But I think we can all agree that this is tied in with it in one way or the other, because this is a world thing that's occurring, not a United States thing, not a UK thing, a world. This is happening around the world. To create something else other than a variant of this that's totally different, that would get everybody to line up, not be able to buy or sell without it, nothing else would make any sense, besides the fact that it would take too much time and too much effort. They've invested over many years of planning, decades of planning, and now we've had a year where they've literally, all these people, these elites have bitten the bullet, they've shut down their businesses. Yes, I understand that they can print money, so it doesn't mean that much to them. The overall goal for them is to get people marked, right? Overall, that's their purpose here. That's what they've been given treasure on earth for. That's what they worship their god Lucifer for, is to do his bidding. And that is the bidding. So it's clear that it's something with this that's tied in. Now, I'm not having a debate with people about it because, frankly, I'm too... on the same team at this point. We're close to something big. Too close. I think everybody can feel it. Everybody feels antsy. Everybody feels, you feel worn out, tired from it. I have days where I do feel pretty good. Today's not one of them. This passport being used to enter bars, clubs, restaurants, and demanding proof of either having two, not one, two of the jabs of the magic potion or a negative test. And you probably, if you didn't see the video I put up earlier, I don't know, at this point in time, of me recording this, that video could be gone, or it could be gone by the time I upload this one. If it is, it'll be on my website. But I'm in the video talking about how they want to, and look, it's one person saying it, but it's CNN. They're blasting an agenda. It's somebody that they're using as another face of this movement to get this magic potion on people. Talking about how it should be mandated to at least be tested then if you're not going to get it put in you. Meanwhile, the Egyptian swab test here, okay? There's enough studies out there for people that have shown what exactly is going on with that, which of course you can't talk about here because they have completely I do not feel bad for some of these people out there who have done it. There's some I feel bad for, but the majority no. And it's the same exact people I always talk about here in this channel, the gullible, vulnerable people. The Hershey Highway, those types of all in line, loving it, wanting it. So go get it. That's funny. They say, well, if you don't get it, you're going to cry. No, we're not. Nothing's happening to us except the fact that you're taking all of our rights away. You people who are doing this to yourself, you're going to see, because you don't see, haven't I said it since I started my channel? People don't see things instantly, then they think that it's not correlated to anything. And if they don't fear something instantly, and they're not going to go and get this and something instantly is going to happen. Because then people would wake up and see something happening. But 5 years down the line, 3 years down the line, oh, all these other things happening to you on the inside. Oh, you can't have baby. Oh my goodness, wow. But they'll just blame it. They'll blame it on God probably, even though they don't believe in God, because that's what these people do. So Britain and places in the UK will need certificates to enter pubs, bars, restaurants, and clubs under plans to stop the fourth wave in autumn. And that's obvious now. This is going to be something that happens around the Earth, planet Earth, okay? Where in the fall, the summer here, it's here, here's your taste again of going out, going to the beach, and pullback comes again. This time it comes with more of an uproar. People were almost defeated before the summer started, just going, whatever. Now that they've gotten the taste again, if they get another pullback, which they'll get, this is going to make people hate people like me and you even more. Because they're going to blame it on us. And that's what they keep giving me strikes for. Giraffes, elephants, penguins on the screen. Hey, aren't they beautiful? Because they do not, I repeat, do not want truth getting out to people. I almost feel at this point like I'm the guy in They Live, the old man in the screen who's actually completely telling the truth. I feel like that guy.
Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness. The poor and the underclass are growing. Racial justice and human rights are non-existent. They have created a repressive society, and we are their unwitting accomplices. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered. That is their primary method of survival. Keep us asleep, keep us selfish, keep us sedated.
That's how I feel. I mean, I can't even believe that they're, how people don't see, they're just like, they've convinced people that not wanting this, having a difference of opinion, makes us dangerous threats to society. I cannot even believe that people have drank the Kool-Aid, bit the bullet on it, but they have. So the certificates are going to become more and more and more and more prevalent. They're going to eventually be digital. Right now, obviously, we know it's just some type of card that they have that people go around with. And I still haven't seen anyone carrying one of those around in their wallet. And, I've gone places, talked to people, called places, say, hey, you got to have this to come into this place. And they're like, oh, yes, you have to be this to come in. Do you check? No, we don't check. All right. Right? And that's what they want to have. They want to stop from happening because they didn't think that so many people would be like holding up the middle finger going, I don't care. But they do not care. We're at war here. This is the silent war I've been talking about for a long time, which is now the veil's being lifted. It's in front of us. All of us have been talking about it. And it's so important that we all stay together. I'm not one for the together movement, the one movement, but I'm saying, look, it's fine to have differences of opinion and everything, but keep your eyes on who we are combating with here, because these people want to take us down. They want everyone to get this in them. There are souls at stake. There are lives at stake. There's everything at stake. And that's why our voices matter so much. And that is why the number one thing in this world that they fear, it's not Al-Qaeda, the boogeyman, it's not the boogeyman virus, it's me and it's you. It's our voices. That's what they fear the most. And that's what they're doing everything they possibly can to stop. We can't let them do it. We have to keep moving forward. I want to remind everyone, in case I do get a strike here, sub to my other channels, and of course my website, callforanuprising.com. That's where I'll be until they continue to come after people like myself, but it's fine. That's what we have to do. We have to endure. It's nothing compared to what Christ did for humanity. It's nothing compared to what the disciples dealt with. It sucks to be alive right now. It sucks. It's really hard to be around such. I've never seen so many ignorant people, and they're so prideful, which makes it so much more frustrating. And they don't realize how dumb they're. Like, they're gonna melt when they find out they're like. Can you imagine their faces? You know when somebody finds out that they're wrong about something, you almost kind of feel bad. You're like, it's all right. It happens to the best of us. Because of course everybody's wrong about something. But imagine being wrong about everything, like every single thing you ever did or thought, and defending it with fists. And defending with all your might and energy, and then to find out, yeah, no, you should have listened to those people, you were completely wrong. Because they're going to find that out. And I'm not going to feel sympathy for them, because we've tried and tried and tried, and their egos and their pride is their downfall. Satan's favorite sin. And I won't feel bad when they melt. I won't, because God gave us free will, and these people know this, they've listened, they've made a decision, but the ones who are on the fence, or the ones who are unsure, they still need to hear different voices, not one voice, not a vacuum from the mainstream media. And that's what we have to be for them, whether it's online or offline. I thank everyone again for being here. I appreciate all of you greatly. God bless you and your families.